Pardon me. I thought they were sound, man. Salute to my brother El Padrino, JJ Short Deuce, Mike Manley, Jackie Hernandez, Blessings Queen, Anthony Dando. What's up, Philly? JJ Short Deuce, Terence Bar Lavens, Creed Boxing, Gertz, Ralph Reacts. What's up, my peoples? What's goody? What's goody? Yeah. I was talking the whole time. Man, ain't had no sound. Red Cup Blue in the building. Zay Kane, a.k.a. Style Sharpton. What's up, family? What's goody? What's goody? So, few things that we need to discuss. Everybody should be happy and ecstatic that, Terence Crawford is essentially going to face off against Errol Jr. at 54. That's what everybody asked for, right? Everybody said that, hey, he owed it to him, right? He owed it to him. Owe it to Spence, give it to him 150. Remember that? Everybody was complaining. Everybody was up in arms when they thought that fight was going to take place at 147. Crawford is forcing weight driven Errol Jr. Unfair, those types of things. All of those types of things. Light Eyes, what's up, family?
So you fucking...
So Spartan A117 was good. David is way too big for Crawford, LOL. I mean, here's the thing. Anthony Dando, Crawford has finished with welterweight in his fight Thurman Barrio Spence. If Spence beat Crawford, everyone would shouting Spence Canelo. Crawford wants bigger things and it does nothing. Derek Choice was good. Joe Johnson, what's up, nephew? Daryl Gay, what's up? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Jaron Ennis does do something for Terence Crawford. It's just that he doesn't do what we perceive for the bigger plans. Jaron Boots Ennis is a big fight for Terence Crawford, just not a bigger fight than Canelo Alvarez. Not a bigger fight than excuse me. Excuse me. Just not a bigger fight than Canelo Alvarez. Ken Intelligent. What's up, family? He's just don't represent a bigger fight than those fights. Craig Balance, what's up? Salute, Blue. Had a dream last night. You and another guy was standing in line with me at the lottery office. You had $1 million ticket to cash. Dreams come true. Man, say it again, great brother. Just Me and E, what's good? Shogun 76, what's up, family? Sherman Callahan, what's good? Daryl Gray, what's good? Hey, Craig Balance, man, please say that again, brother. Hey, Craig Balance, that comes true. Man, listen, I'm going to be looking for you because you're going to cash in with me, bro. I promise you. I swear to you. I swear to you, brother. Thomas Jules on the mission was good. Virgil Ortiz is going to have a fight coming up. I promise you, great brother Craig Balance. I promise you, I will be looking for you, bro. I promise you that. And both our dreams be coming true. We'd both be, boy, we'd be living it up, boy. I tell you that. I promise you. I promise you, bro. Brave Boxing Club, what's good? That's a promise. That's a promise. So, uh, um, yeah, they're not gonna send out my notifications. Yes, sir, Craig Balance. Craig Balance, I appreciate it. Absolutely, bro. I pay attention to the energy that the universe produces. I'm gonna help you speak it into existence. I appreciate you, great brother. Let's make it happen. J Pity City, what's good? Kalia World, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you feeling today? So now everybody's in the process of getting what they're looking for. Shouts out to my brother A Side. Ring Rivals, my brother A Side, Armstrong Consultant. He won't be with us tonight because he got called into work, but it's all good because guess what? We're going to support A Side anyway. So I wish I had the link. He'll put the link. He'll come in and put the link soon. Yeah, so with that said, man, this is something that people wanted. The fight at 154. Now you're going to get it. Shakur Stevenson surprisingly said, right? Kalia World, she said, I can't wait to see the rematch. Yeah, me too. I'm eager to see the rematch. You know why, Queen? Because I want to see what adjustments that Errol Spence made. I'm eager to see what adjustments he made. What's different? You understand? But Kalia World, the rematch is for us boxing nerds and real boxing fans. The rematch is for us boxing fans and boxing nerds. It's not for casual fans. Casual fans already feel like boxing fans are, casual fans think they already know the outcome. They already believe that. Craig Bounds, my brother, he said that's why I was pressed to catch you on the live tonight. I'm a huge fan, Blue. We love your work. You're the truth. Salute, brother. We don't have fans, we family. Salute to you, great brother. $150 was good. Appreciate you, bro. I generally think if Spence some adjustments, he'll put up a better fight, but still got but I think he could put up a way better fight. Yeah, I think that he could be much better. I think that he realized he could be much better. Spartan A1, am I a football fan? Man, listen, I'm beyond a football fan, great brother. I've been a 49er fan since 1983, 84, since I can remember. I've been a 49er fan forever and a day. And I'm not a 49er fan. I bleed red and gold, bro. I go to San Francisco at least twice a year. Okay, Bassiana, let's make it happen, Queen. Let's make it happen. Am I gonna watch Jamal Charlo fight? Absolutely. And go subscribe to the Queens of the Ring, Bassiana the Menace, Nick J. Blessings to those queens. Southwest Dice, what's up? Malik Black, what's good? Queen, drop the link to your channel in the chat. You already know. I'm a football man. I'm a 49. I bleed red and gold, bro. I go to San Francisco, watch 49er games. I'm going to that 49er game immediately following the Devin Haney fight. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a Niner fan, bro. Yeah, I'm a huge 49, 88 Niners team or 94 Niners team. I like the 94 Niners team because I'm a huge Deion Sanders fan. So you put Jay Pitty City, what's up, family? Avon Houdini the third, what's up? I'm a huge Deion Sanders fan. And believe you from New York, and you know you're supposed to be a Giants, but nah, never. Never. All the teams that I root for in professional sports is all the teams that I do in all the teams that I support in professional sports I all have a history with and a real reason for it. Lee Mancini was good. I have a real reason for having an attachment uh, uh, um, to these teams. So Mexican boxing number one. He's a huge fan. Protect so much strip. He because he either that makes it. You know, man, how 12 Mexican boxing one. How about I send you the link? Come on here, show your face, and, and speak truth. How about that? We got you. Mexican boxing number one. Joe Valencia family. Mexican box number one. Got a deal? I'll send you the link. Not now, right now. Deal. We got a deal, brother. What we got a deal? Scandalous Los Angeles TV was good. Bye, everyone got Shakur fighting on Thursday night. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'll make you cry. He cheated. You did a whack job protecting him. Okay, cool. I'm gonna send you the link right now. Go ahead, and you gonna put your camera on. I ain't never kicked you out. I ain't never seen you before. Never seen you before. I ain't never seen you before ever. I don't know what you talking about, but there go the link right there. Click the link. Click the link. Billionaire King, what's up? This link is only for Mexican boxing number one. If you're not Mexican boxing number one, don't click the link. This link is for Mexican boxing number one. There go the link. Click the link. No, I don't think nothing wrong with Shakur fighting on Thursday. I'll tell you why in a second. Billionaire King, what's up? So Mexican boxing number one. Click the link. Come on. Now look, don't time them out, don't block them, don't do nothing. I knew that was coming. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Untime him out. Don't block him. Don't time him out. Don't do nothing. Yeah, don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do nothing. Clearly, he don't know his roots. He's mad at his ancestors for making him black. He's mad at himself. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do nothing. He don't even know his roots. That's the definition of ignorance. What do you think he is? Mm-hmm. Castor Troy, what's good? Elbow, what's up? I knew that was coming. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do nothing. You see, we educate the ignorance over here. He should be mad at his mama and mad at his father. Mad at your grandmother and your grandfather. Mad at your ancestors. You don't even know how you got here. At least I'm a pure blood. Knoxville Will, PGH Big Dog. What's up, family? You don't even know who you are. You have no clue who you are. You have no clue about your identity. And yet you got the audacity to be talking about your own people. You see how silly that is? You don't even know your history. You know nothing about yourself. You got the audacity to talk about yourself like that, because that's the only thing you're doing is all you're doing is talking about the reflection in the mirror. Not so smart guy. What you think you are? What you think you are? Oh, I'm Mexican. No. That's a culture, brother. That's not a race. Stupidity is contagious. Mexican is a culture. Being Mexican is a culture. That's not a race. So you think you saying something smart. But like I said the other day, let it all hit the fan and let there be segregation. Let's see what side of the fence you be on. Well, let's see what side of the fence they put. You think they're gonna put you? Hey, you identify with Mexican? You're gonna be with the very watermelon, chicken eating people, monkeys that you put up. See, those things don't offend me because ignorance is a bliss. It's sad that you actually think that you are something that you're not. Imagine that. Exactly, Eugene Pearson. Imagine not knowing who you really are and got the audacity to be walking around talking about, I'm this, I'm that. Mexican is not a culture, it's a race. I mean, it's not a race, it's a culture. It's a way of living. It's where you live. That's all. You just speak a different language and it's just a culture of upbringing. That's the only difference. Raw Glizzy, what's up, family? You see how that works? But you don't even know the difference. Pete James, what's good? What you identify as? Oh, I'm Mexican. Was that a race? Where did that start at? Carl Brown, what's up, family? You got the right one tonight because I done have my red cup out. Not so smart guy. Oh, you eat chicken. You eat watermelon. You eat pollo too. Not so smart guy. Your way of eating is similar to the way of us eating because we were all deprived. Not so smart guy. Your culture eating rice and beans and chicken. You know where that came from? Not so smart guy. Do you understand where that came from? That come from being deprived. Not so smart guy. That come from being oppressed. Not so smart guy. Did you know that? That wasn't a choice. That came because that was the only thing you was able to eat because that was the only thing you was able to grow. Not so smart guy. Now, I sent you the link. I didn't block you. I didn't block you at all. I didn't block you at all. I sent you the link. You see that? Benito Gonzalez was good. Julian was good. He said, Zingra Azul, you do know he's trolling. That's why he wants to. Yeah, I know. But I like to educate people every now and then, Benito. I like it. Ben Frank Jr. was good. I didn't block you, brother. Yeah, he's just being a clown. The link is in the chat. I sent you the link, brother. Now you're just being a clown. You're making a mockery of yourself. Larry Lopez, what's up, family? Anyway, back to this regular scheduled programming. So David Benavidez was asked, he was at Axville. David Benavidez was asked about a possible showdown between him and Terence Crawford, and he said he more than welcomes it. Super Mac Time was good. He said he more than welcomes that opportunity. And I can't say, I can't say that, Terence Crawford should go there and fight Canelo. Now, I understand Terence Crawford is a legacy fight for him and Canelo. Dion, what's up, family? It's a legacy fight for him and Canelo. It's a fight where Pete James was good. Raybo was good. It's a legacy fight for him and Canelo, and it's a fight where, Terence Crawford is already 36 years of age. He's going to be 37 years of age. So he's, at this point, he's just trying to get those legacy fights and get up out of the business. James Mitchell was good. Bobby Martin was good. That's where Terence Crawford is at with his career. He's trying to get, the legacy fights, then he's trying to get up out the sport. Point blank and period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Vontae Gooden, what's up, family? And, David Benavidez said he welcomes a fight with Terence Crawford. That fight would be a good fight for Terence Crawford, but it really don't stand no purpose unless, David Benavidez has a title. Because right now, Terence Crawford is just trying to pad the stats. He's trying to get his legacy fights. He'll be 37 in September. So he's just trying to get his as many legacy fights as he possibly can right now before he get out the sport of boxing. That's what Terence Crawford is attempting to do right now. And so the Benavidez fight is a big fight, a huge fight. But if he don't have a belt, it'll be a forgotten fight. If Terence Crawford was to win that fight, it'll be, let's say it's like he beats him how Third Simple NSU was good. Let's say he beats him like Floyd did Diego Corrales or something like that, right? People don't even mention that fight. That's one of the last fights people talk about with Floyd. You understand? One of the last people talk about with Floyd. Benavidez and Terence entertaining, nice, but I think that you just don't serve it don't have the same luster. It don't have the same appeal that who do I think the fight is a question. I think that Terence Crawford, man. Terence Crawford is small. I think that he can box, he can move. The arm reach, the length, the height, that's a problem for Terence. That'll be a problem for him. That's going to be a problem for him. You understand? Good fight though. The fight for Terence Crawford and hard to hurt. It's extremely hard to hurt him. But that's the thing. You can't worry about him and concern yourself with hurting David Benavidez. You got to concern yourself with outboxing David Benavidez. Not trying to hurt him, not trying to knock him out, outpoint him. When Floyd fought and beat Canelo, he didn't try to knock him out. He outpointed him. When Dimitri Bivol beat Canelo, he didn't try to hurt him. He outpointed him. Outpointed him. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Outpoint him. That's what you do. You outpoint him. Mr. Neezy TV. What's up, family? Isaiah Young. What's up, family? I'm doubling back with you, OG. Salute to Mr. Neezy. Oh, Stokes was good. High risk, low reward. Exactly. Now if he was to beat Canelo, defend the titles, that would be cool. But it just does. It's like when Floyd beat. I look at it in the same light when Floyd fought and beat Juan Marquez. It did nothing for his career. Juan Marquez was a Hall of Famer. He's a legend, one of my favorite fighters of all time. But when Floyd beat him, it did nothing for his career. Nobody talks about that fight ever. Nobody talks about Floyd and Marquez at all ever. They just don't. It serves no purpose. None. It serves absolutely no purpose. It did. It was another legend he beat, another champion he beat. It just nobody talks about Floyd and Marquez at all. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mr. Neezy TV. It does nothing. It did nothing for Floyd's career. Nothing at all. It's just another win. That's one of the last fights people talk about. Is Floyd versus Marquez. The greediest was good. Andre gonna beat Benavidez, and so it don't matter. Benavidez looked sharp, man. He looked quick. He looked elusive. I like his defense. I like when he was catching the punches. Will Smith, what's up, family? When he was catching the punches, and I like that, man. If that translates into the actual fight, that's gonna be huge. If that translates, it's going to be huge. If that actually translates into the fight, that's going to be huge. Daryl Gray, what's up, family? That's going to be huge. Blue, I was saying earlier before I realized I was blocked for no good reason. That is crazy how people say Canelo was green when he fought Floyd. Salute to Daryl Gray. Only people that say that Floyd was green, Canelo was green, is people that are Canelo Alvarez fans. No real boxing fan. Nobody that above 50 was good. A rated scholar, where you been at, bro? No love for your boy Blue, huh? No real boxing fan, no real boxing mind is going to tell you that Canelo was too green. Nobody. Unless they just trying to make up an excuse because they don't like Floyd Mayweather. They trying to make up an excuse and they trying to deflect from Floyd Mayweather's greatness. Nobody in their right mind is going to tell you that Floyd Mayweather was Canelo was green. Boston News DC, what up, family? They're just not. They're just not. He was a unified champion. He had, he was a unified champion. He had 5 title defenses and 40 fights. Come on, man. And 23. How was he too green? And he was the one that called for the fight. He was the one that asked for the fight, not Floyd. He begged for the fight, and so did his fans. Canelo's fans and Floyd fans, Canelo fans and Canelo Alvarez, they begged for the fight. They pushed for the fight. They begged for the fight. They wanted the fight. They got the fight. Period. Then you get the fight, and you get dominated. You get outclassed, and now you mad at Floyd. And now instead of holding Canelo, man, you ain't show up. You mad at Floyd. IC HSE, what's up? Floyd tried to fight him when he was 18 too, Blue. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That ain't true. I don't know where you got that nonsense from. Floyd did not try to fight him when he was 18. Floyd didn't even want to fight him when he was 23. Floyd was like, maybe you might need one more fight. The whole reason Floyd even fought him was because Floyd said, hey, you need to fight Austin Trout to validate me fighting you. So I don't know where you got that from. When he was 18, Man, come on, man. Y'all be making up stuff. I don't know where you got that from. He beat Austin Trout. He beat Shane Mosley. He beat Kermit Cintron. He had some solid vets on his resume. That bro wasn't green. Come on, man. Knock it off, man. No, come on, man. Uh, 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 uh. So, he had Kermit Cintron. He had some solid wins on his record. Marco, what's up, family? He had some solid fighters on his resume. Come on, man. Solid fighters. Hey, Abamon, what's good? Where do I rank him all the time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Andriki, what's good? Castle Troy, what's good? Easy Buns, what's good? AK Crowder, my brother. RJ Fernandez, what's good? Yeah, he said that he was trying to fight when he was 18. Man, come on, man. Floyd ain't trying to fight nobody when he's 18. Floyd has no interest in fighting nobody when they're 18. Andreek, man, I'm about to block you. Goodbye. Goodbye, bro. Come here with antics, man. Find something to do with your time. Man, Julian Coolington, 86. What's up, family? Hey, can't wait until Thursday, Shakur. Yeah, me too, man. I'm excited for that too. Hey, click that link and subscribe to my brother, Ring Rivals with A-Side. The link is in the chat. Click the link. Go subscribe to my brother, Ring Rivals with my brother, A-Side. My brother, my co-host. The link is in the chat. I need y'all to click that link. Subscribe to my brother, A-Side. Ring Rivals with my brother, A-Side, man. Click the link. Subscribe to my brother. Yeah, me too, man. So Shakur Stevenson recently stated he's willing to do whatever it takes to get the Tank fight and the Devin Haney fight, even if that calls for him to go to 154. He said he's willing to go to 154 to make that fight happen. Excuse me, 154, 140 to make the fight happen with Devin, and he's willing to go to leave Top Rank if it calls for him to make the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Right? That's the kind of conversation and that you want. Asking him to Top Rank. You understand? I'm saying that he should leave rank and so on and so forth. But that's the mindset that you from the that's what you want to see. That's what you want to hear. Blue Crawford, he's moving 154. Right. And he's actually obligated to fight Errol Spence rematch. Blue watching something. I know I watching late game where I'm sitting here watching you. I have no put a TV there. Third simple NSU. What's up, family? Brother in the super chat. You think Floyd could have competed with B Hop at 154? Yeah. Seaside to Low. What up, family? How you feeling? Shakur Nayaba. What's good? It seems like Crawford can't get a break. No disrespect to Spence. I don't want to see a rematch between Crawford and Spence. Yeah, I think that he could. Floyd could compete with anybody. 154, he was not a big guy. Salute to the Queen, Tay Brown, Queen in the building. In the salute to the 11520. Blessings, Queen. How you feeling? I definitely feel like he can compete with them, no doubt. But he's not a big guy, you know what I'm saying? But I do think he could compete. His speed, his hand speed, his ring IQ, Ultra Instinct 2.0. What's up? Not won't be easy. Probably like a split decision or something like that. Some, they got weight class for a reason, unless it's the heavyweight division. When it's the heavyweight division, then don't count. Mm. Man, I like to associate with my people, with people that's doing great things. People that's doing great things, man. I like to associate with people that's doing great things, man. So, did you see that IBF contacted Bud's team in August and gave Bud till September to make a boots fight, or he would be stripped, even though he was contracted to rematch? Yeah, that didn't even make sense. Marco, you want to jump on, Marco? I'll send you a link. I'm only going to stay on for another 20 minutes if you want to jump on, Marco. Yeah, Seaside, it don't even make sense. Right? Like, why would they send him a contract and tell him, why would they send him a notification? Ultra Instinct, let's say you got emotional incentive, stop defending Bud. He's a clown, a fraud. Ultra Instinct, if you wanted to, if you're talking, I don't know if you're referring to me or not, but if you are, I have no problem with you coming on and speaking your piece. I don't know. I don't know if you're referring to me, but if you are, then you're more than welcome. Ultra Instinct 2.0. One thing I'm gonna stop doing is I'm gonna stop. I want you guys to get your point across. All right, I'm gonna stop yeah, you defending. Yeah, you defending a steroid user. Duh, a steroid user. Naomi Adam, what's up? Ultra Instinct. You said I'm defending a steroid user. Cool. I got $1,000 to your $1,000. You show and prove that. No, I got $1,000 to your $200. You show me how you know Terence Crawford. Prove to me Terence Crawford is a steroid user. Go ahead, Ultra Instinct 2.0. Deal. Lily 81. What's up? Robert Williams. What's good, great brother?
What's up?
My brother Marco, what's up, family? Oh, hold on, Marco.
Yep.
Fix my sound. There you go, great brother.
What's going on?
Nothing much, nothing much. So I was talking about a few things. David Benavidez was asked about a Crawford fight. He said he more than welcomes that. He would love that fight. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford obviously is going to be at 154, seeing as though he was stripped of the IBF. That's a clear indication that he's going to 154. And Shakur said that he would leave Top Rank if it calls for him to make a tank fight, and he would go to 140 to fight Devin Haney. So those are the three topics I was talking about. My brother Fit for Life, brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on us. He said the rematch will be different. Errol at 154 will be special. Watch how he fills out. He will be able to push back on Terence Crawford. Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but that would be something.
Wait. Yeah, so what you think about those? Yeah, so those are the three things I was talking about.
So wait, what was the first one?
The first one was David Benavidez was asked about Crawford fight, and he said he more than welcomes that fight. He would love that fight.
I heard that.
Clearly, clearly there's history, because we forget that Terence Crawford had the history. Things got heated with Terence Crawford and Jose, remember?
Yeah.
Multiple times. And then he knocked out Jose. So there's a history there. And then, yeah, so what your thoughts on that? Do you think Terence Crawford could even be successful in that type of fight?
I think so. I think Benavidez is one of the greatest fighters in boxing right now, pound for pound. I think he has yet to prove it, because he needs to beat a couple, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the skill I see, the eyeball test, I think he's going to end up being one of the best. So, no, I think the size difference is just, and Bud is amazing. Bud can be a generational talent. He could end up being one of the greatest of all time, but the size difference is too great, because Benavidez not only has size, but he uses all that size. So I don't think there's any chance. No, I shouldn't say any chance. Very minimal chance that Bud could beat Benavidez. I don't even think it'd be. Yeah, nah.
It's just too much.
I mean,
Square business. What's up, family? Just too much of a size difference.
There's something going on lately. I don't know why we're doing this. Not us, but boxing. So many of these, like, oh, anyway, should fight Tank. They're just throwing together everybody they can just to make big fights, even though the weights don't really make sense.
Right.
So yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. That fight. Benavidez is more like
you know what's something, Marco? Let me ask you this question. Why Harold Wilson? What's up, family? Let me ask you this question. Yeah, expertise, Marco. We always talk about size for everything but heavyweight.
Right?
Why is that?
Well, because most heavyweights are within the same realm, but in this new generation of these dudes popping to 250 and above, now there's a real argument for a bridger weight. The problem is this: if you set 250, right, for the super heavyweight division, which is probably around a decent number, you're going to have very few people competing, because there's not that many top tier heavyweights at 250 in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but you're right. I mean, Tyson Fury against Wilder, for example, that was a 60-pound weight difference, you know, and some of these heavyweight matchups, even though they're at heavyweight, they're really in different divisions.
Right. And that's my thing. I just don't get it when, you know, one of the brothers brought that up earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I never really put too much stock into it. I never really thought about it. Obviously, it's in my subconscious, being a fan of boxing, we know there'd be massive difference in weight, but we put more stock when we say, hey, man, this weight class for a reason when we talk about Terence Crawford, Benavidez.
Right. But, you know, I try and also hammer home a lot of times that one weight class, just one, is almost nothing to me. So, like when Tanks, it was at 135 and Devin's at 140 or whatever it is, people are like, well, they're not even in the same division. They can't fight. I'm like, that's 5 pounds. That's nothing. They can absolutely fight. Now, when you're talking Crawford, you know, and Benavidez, now that's not just 5 pounds. That's like 25 pounds or whatever it is. So that's a whole different story.
It's 25 pounds, and he's 6'2" and he's 5'8".
Yeah, like 6 inches. Yeah.
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 And
Exactly.
but you know what's so wild about that though? Is that Benavidez's arm length is 75 inches and Crawford is 74.
Really?
Yeah, that's wild, isn't it?
Wow.
They really don't
Wow.
have the arm length is not far apart.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that matters if the fighter fights that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he uses
The,
that
the
distance.
problem is with weight, can he get him off him?
Can he what?
The problem is with the size and the arm reach, can he Benavidez off?
You're chopping up. I don't know if everybody else, if it's just me who hears it, but you chopped up completely.
Can you now?
You're still chopping up. It's like, and your screen is like pixelated.
Man. What the hell? I'm gonna try out.
He's coming back in. Let's see. I guess I'll read these comments while he's coming back in. What it do? Choppy. Yeah, it's choppy, so it wasn't just me. What was the other topic? Somebody in the chat tell me. He said the Benavidez fight, Crawford. What was the other topic he said? Something about Tank and Shakur not wanting to fight Tank. What was it? Talk to me. Talk to me. I doubt Crawford would fight David. Nah, Crawford's not fighting David Benavidez. That's not. What's going on, my brother? Blue Blood Marco, brother. I'll tell you, have been my favorite segment to so speak for about the last year and a half. Keep it up. I love it. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Seaside. Not bad for an old man, right? Not bad at all. Yeah, Blue's not. Yeah, Blue's off. He's trying to get back in, I think. I don't know what the hell happened. There he comes.
How's it now?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I don't know what the hell happened that fast.
Yeah, that was set. Long
Yeah,
Island.
so now what was I saying?
You were talking about the weight. I think the weight.
What was I
The
saying?
heavyweight?
It's hard to keep him off him. Yeah, the weight, the arm reach, don't it plays a part. But can you keep the weight? Can you keep him off him? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh no, you were talking about the reach. Right. The reach.
Yeah.
Right. So, I don't I don't see that fight. I think that's just a fantasy fight. I don't see that happening. That's just like what's another one we just heard? Didn't we just hear another weird fantasy one?
What? Oh, let me ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
What you think? Benavidez also said this before I forget. He said that if Canelo don't fight him next, he's going to go to 175 and fight Bivol. What you think about that?
I mean, what else is he gonna do at 68? I don't blame him. He's been the mandatory for what, 2 years, 3 years? How long's it been Canelo's mandatory?
2 years is crazy.
It is crazy, and like I never think fighters duck other fighters, or let me rephrase. I don't think fighters are scared. I think that's ridiculous at this level of boxing.
Right.
But some fighters make business decisions, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or
Right.
their management, their promoters push certain business decisions on them. So that might be the case here, because why wouldn't he fight Benavidez?
Right.
You know? So if he fights Bivol, I mean, well, why Bivol? Why not Beterbiev?
Right.
I don't know.
But the better BF fight is because of the first of all, better BF ain't fighting till January.
Damn. Yeah, well, he hurt himself. Who was he fighting?
No, he's not hurt. He fighting Caleb Smith. He not hurt.
I thought that fight was supposed to happen, but it got postponed because one of them got hurt.
It got postponed for something else, and he said that he had got injured in the mix of it. But no, they're fighting until January.
That's crazy. I mean, Bivol and Beterbiev should fight immediately.
But remember, the reason the problem was that remember the WBC said they won't sanction it
Why not?
Because of the whole situation between Russia and Ukraine.
Right. Aren't they
Yeah,
both Russian?
yeah, exactly. But better be better Artabetibiev registers as Canadian, and Bivol represents Russia.
All right. I don't. I
Yeah,
mean, just
they clearly
because.
both Russian, but yeah.
Right, and just because WBC won't sanction it doesn't mean that other sanctioning bodies won't sanction it, and doesn't mean that the fight happens. It still happens, but I guess I don't
Well,
know.
the thing with Bivol is that it won't be for undisputed then.
Right. Good point. Good point.
So
Yeah.
even if he beat Beterbiev, if he beats Artabetibiev, Artabetibiev will still be the WBC champion
Hmm.
because the belt
Great.
won't be on the line.
So they're not going to fight then, I guess, for
Right.
now.
So
Um.
he was trying to pull back because he's like, bro, what am I fighting you for? If it's not the whole point is a fight for undisputed.
Right. Right. I don't know. To answer your initial question, I don't know what Benavidez would look like against a 75-pounder. I love Benavidez. Like I said, I think he's one of the most talented, but at 75, I don't know. Will his
Mhm.
punches have the same effect against a 75-pounder? Can he take, you know what I'm saying? Like, will he have that same strength? Forget about punching power, physical strength at 75. It's hard to
Right.
tell because these
Right.
guys are about his height, right? Bivol's about 6'1", similar, right?
Yeah, he's actually the same size as Caleb Plant with shorter arms. He's like six
Bivol.
feet with 72. Yeah, he
Okay.
got like
Yeah.
72-inch arms.
So Beterbiev, I mean, excuse me, but Benavidez still has a couple inches on him. I mean, it's hard to tell. I want to see how he does against. That'll be a fight right there. Him and Beterbiev, just two
Yeah.
guys. Like that'll be a.
Oh, that's gonna be entertaining.
That'd be a firefight.
Yeah, that's gonna be entertaining. Somebody
Yeah,
get knocked out for sure.
yeah, yeah. And
Thousand
I'm
percent.
and I'm still. And you haven't chosen who you think's gonna win between Boo Boo and
I did.
Benavidez.
I just didn't announce it.
You're not announcing it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm going for Benavidez. I'm rooting for him because I like him. I've interviewed him. He's a cool dude. But I also think he's a better fighter. But Boo Boo does have a great chance, man. I watched a lot of Boo Boo recently, and he has the tools to possibly take away a lot of Benavidez's advantages.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I give him a way better chance than I initially thought, but I still think he's going to lose. If I had to bet, I would bet with Benavidez.
Yeah. J Pitty City, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I'm pro Boots, so I'm extremely happy he's got a title. Call him whatever they want, as long as they call him champ. I already told people they're not getting a single logical Boots take from me. Salute to my brother J Pitty City, man. Appreciate you. What do you think about Boots being elevated to the IBF champion, Terence Crawford being released?
That dude, first of all, has to be out of Philly, the one who just left the super chat. But nah, I agree with him. What do I think about it? I don't know. I mean,
Now,
I
J
don't.
Pitty, I just got you right now, J Pitty. I had it on the screen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marco.
I don't like how people. It's a weird thing. Like, what do you think about that? Where people say email champion, right? So it's a way to kind of disrespect the fighter or disrespect his achievements in the sport.
Right.
Yet at the same time, sometimes it's only fair because if a belt is not being fought for the proper way because a certain fighter is not doing what they have to do, then what else are you going to do?
Exactly. Like, so I was truly upset earlier, and I made a video about it. I didn't express my emotions about it, but ESPN and they did a segment on this, and they was like, "Oh, we got another email champion,"
Right.
and I'm like, "Bro, what? Your platform is too, Marco. Your platform is big. My platform is big. We have a responsibility when we relaying these messages from our experience to not the hardcore boxing fans, but to the casual fans that may not understand what's going on. There's so much confusion. There's so many belts. We have a responsibility when we relaying these messages. If you're going to say such a thing, it's cool. Marco can say you're an email champ. I can say you're an email champ. But let's do it with a breakdown that comes along with it.
Right. Right. Well, because we're breaking it down. We're not just trying to disrespect somebody or take away from who they are as a fighter.
Exactly. Because it's irresponsible for me and you on ESPN, we say, yeah, we got another email champion. What does that tell somebody that's a casual that don't watch day to day, that don't understand the rematch clause? They don't understand what's going on. That just told them that Terence Crawford is either ducking or that Jerron Boots Ennis got handed a belt with
Or
nothing behind it, no explanation.
or what I kind of get out of it, trying to put myself from the perspective of somebody who doesn't know boxing, is they're shitting on the sport itself, saying this sport is just a load of shit.
Right.
It's crooked. It doesn't make sense. That's what
Exactly.
I'm getting out of it.
Right. It's a terrible thing. You can't just yeah, he didn't fight for the belt, but there's a reason he didn't fight for the belt, because there's a process, and people don't understand, right? For every action there's a reaction. We died to have the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. They gave us the fight, but when they gave us that fight, a fight of that magnitude, there's going to be a rematch clause. There's going to be stipulations. There's things that come along with that. Somebody's going to suffer. Jerron Boots Ennis is the person that suffers. Now they demand, now Errol Spence activates the rematch clause. And let me say this, right, Marco? The only reason that people say this is because the fight wasn't competitive, because you don't want to see the rematch.
Right.
Because if it was a competitive fight, you wouldn't care to see the rematch. If there was controversy to say that was split, man, I thought one, you wouldn't see the rematch. You wouldn't even be thinking about it, because the way the fight played out and fan sport about are so legal, it's to the neck. So now it's like, well, I want to see that rematch with Errol Spence again. So essentially, what you're doing is indirectly Errol Spence's side for the fight happen. Like that, Marco. Competitive standpoint, we may not want to fight, but from what's old and Spence making fight, it's only right.
You're kind of,
you know what I'm saying?
You're getting a little choppy again.
I'm choppy again.
Yep.
I felt like I was choppy too.
All right, now I think it's more stable. It's back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
So you see what I'm saying, Marco? Like, now it's only right that Errol Spence gets his opportunity to fight for the title, but this comes along with what we asked for. We demanded this.
Mm-hmm.
We demanded this. So now, guess what? They negotiated a rematch clause. Nobody paid attention to the rematch clause going into the fight because of your excitement for the fight. But the facts remain is that there's a rematch clause, and Terence Crawford is contractually obligated to fulfill it, or he can get sued.
So they are officially fighting at 54. I think I heard you say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's what I was told already anyway. But I mean, this is just confirmation to that, because the IBF ain't going to step away from a rematch with these two names with this fight and not have their name attached to it. Right. If it was at 147, you know what I mean?
Right.
But since we know that it's pretty much a done deal, it's going to be at 154. Well, the IBF can make a move now. We know the IBF don't want to not be a part of and representing that a fight of that magnitude with that much attention attached to it. They're just not.
When the fight's going to be?
They said it's supposed to be in February.
Okay, and it's at 154. So they gave Boots the title because Bud now basically vacated his titles since his
essentially
fight.
Right. Okay. Because he can't fight. So Mr. Peebles, he stated that they're not interested in rematches and all of that and so on and so forth. But so they want to stand to their rule book. But again, we know that's because this fight ain't taking place at 147. Because if it was taking place at 147, the IBF don't want to be the sole stick out like a sore thumb as the one that's not involved. And especially seeing as though, Marco, the first belt Errol Spence ever won was the IBF belt.
So why don't they, instead of just handing Boots the belt, have him fight off against Fundora or Erickson Lubin, and that winner gets the championship? Why don't they do something like that? Why do they just hand over a belt?
Because he is for first they're at 54, he's at 47.
Right, my bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, but whatever.
Right. No, but
Insert two other 47-pounders. Why don't they just fight off?
because the IBF, they operate where you're the interim international champion, they just elevate you up, like the WBA usually does that.
Yeah, see that I'm not crazy about. I think it would be better if they fought for a belt,
Mhm.
to like the number one and
The
number
vacant
two.
belt.
Hmm.
Like Shakur's getting ready to fight Del Santos for the WBC belt
Would that be Shakur's first title?
at 135 yet.
Okay. Um. Yeah, man. I mean, I it is what it is. Boots still hasn't fought a top five guy.
Hmm.
Um, and we need to see that. I think all of us, I think, at least the way I look at Boots, he has all those tools to be a generational talent. I mean, he's I don't see any weakness in his game, but he still needs to prove it. You know what I mean? You can't crown somebody a great from potential alone. There has to be a resume. It has to be footage, proof.
Right.
So, but who could he really fight at 47? Now that would he could fight people, but who could he fight? There's no big name at 47 anymore, right?
Right. At 47, Keith Thurman is the only name that he could secure.
I mean, and Boots is well. I mean, let's be honest. Boots is one cheeseburger away from fighting at 54 anyway. I mean, that's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. So he'll be up there. He'll be up there soon. Um, yeah, I don't pay attention. I remember that they were shitting on Devin Haney when he got right. He got an email belt.
Yeah, he
He
got
got
the email. Mm.
Champion's a champion, man. You don't get an email. You don't get that email having already not put in years of blood, sweat, and tears and work. They
Right.
don't just randomly choose somebody to email them. You know what I'm saying?
But and you know what happened? This is why I was so upset when ESPN did that. Is because of the fact that we pick and choose who we want to say who's emailed. Because Jamal Charlo received the belt in the same way, the same manner.
Did he? Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Canelo went right before he fought Brandon Adams. I was actually, fun fact, I was with the WBC in my car
Oh,
when they was getting ready to make the announcement that they was going through this franchise. That when he was going to announce this franchise and Canelo was going to be franchised and they was going to elevate Jamal Charlo right before he fought Brandon Adams in Houston.
that's dope.
And Jamal Charlo had the belt and he received the belt in the same way. So did Tim Tszyu.
Mm, yeah. I mean, so why is it a thing? Just because people
It's
want to.
it's only we only pick and choose what it seems like to me. The fighters with a lot of hype behind them is those are the fighters that we want to point out and single out and say you're an email champion. Like Devin
Right.
and Boots. Tim Tszyu is not as hyped. You know what I mean? Jamal Charlo is what levels Jamal Charlo off is that he has Jamel Charlo. So it kind of
Right.
they balance each other out. They kind of cancel each other out.
Right. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's very irresponsible of ESPN to not do a thorough job explaining what's going on.
Right.
But I also, and if you're gonna shit on anybody, shit on the sanctioning bodies because I actually do think they should have people fight it out. I don't think they should just hand it over.
Right.
But that's not the fighter's fault.
Right. It's not Devin Haney's fault. It's not Boots. Boots and is well in his right to demand that he gets the belt.
Yeah.
Bro, he's 26.
Yeah.
You understand? Unfortunately, he came a generation behind Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and those are the fights that we wanted to see.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
Right.
mean, but close enough where it could happen.
Yeah, and so you know what happened, Marco, is like when we had Keith Thurman, and remember at one point Keith Thurman was trying to push for a Floyd fight. I'm the mandatory. I'm for the belt. No. They came a generation behind, but fortunately for Keith Thurman, he had Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, these fighters in his era that was willing to exchange with him.
Mm-hmm.
Boots don't have that. The only fighter he has is Virgil Ortiz, and his health is putting him in question. And now he done moved to 154.
I thought he stopped boxing and went back to college, but whatever.
Yeah, well, he got a fight coming up. I think December.
Okay.
He might be on the Ryan Garcia card if I'm not mistaken. Let me check.
Yeah, check it. I thought he was done, but yeah, he has nobody to fight Boots.
Right, he
And
don't have. He has solid fights, but he don't have marquee fights. He has the Stanionis, a solid fight.
right, and
He has Cody Crawley. That's a solid fight.
mm-hmm.
He don't have a marquee fight though.
Right. No, well, I mean, because really the only marquee fight would be against Bud,
Right,
right? Even at 54, who would be a
right.
marquee fight? Maybe, I don't know. It's Charlo, maybe. I don't know if a lot of people's opinion changed of him after the Canelo fight, but he's still what,
Yeah,
unified champion.
yeah. So the thing is that Virgil Ortiz was the guy that represented that
Mm-hmm.
as far as a marquee name with a lot of hype. Like I
Right.
was saying this earlier, we had remember when Roy Jones had that talent. Christopher Bone, what's up, brother? When Roy Jones had that talent, he had people willing to cooperate with him. What I mean is he had Bernard Hopkins, James Toney that was like, bro, I'm just as talented as you. I'm just as good as you.
But in a way, and I know this real well because Roy is my favorite fighter of all time, so I always have
Mm,
these discussions. In a way, one of the biggest knocks on Roy was who did he fight? Who did he fight? And it's like,
mm,
well, because he didn't have he did Tony and he did Hopkins early in his career. Then he didn't fight one all-time great since. Well, I
mm.
mean, you could argue Virgil Hill maybe, you know, but so sometimes when a fighter's active in a certain division and they don't have those dance partners, but that's not their fault. You know what I mean? And Boots might end up being in that predicament where he's just unbelievably talented, but he never gets a dance partner that can really elevate him,
No,
to that.
so the thing is with Roy Jones, I think it was just ignorance because people always said, man, Roy ain't never fight nobody because he fought Bernard Hopkins, he fought James Toney, and he fought them early in his career. He just didn't get the respect for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? People didn't understand until their career was over. Then you look back and you're like, man, Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins and James Toney was great, right?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Virgil is fighting January 6th at 154.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Who's
you
he
think
fighting?
about that? What you think about him going to 154?
Like, remember what I said before? One weight division to me, if you're going up one or down one, I don't even bat an eye at it because it's all fair game. Within one weight division of anybody except heavyweight, it's all fair game.
Uh, 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 Along to T Sports talk with me. As long as Virgil is healthy back in the ring, I'm cool with it. Like he was people. I
Right,
mean,
right, right.
it's just
What was
his health.
what was his health problem? What was wrong with him?
They said blood issue with his blood. Then he passed out right before the Stanionis fight, a couple of days before,
Mm,
and then
right.
so then they said it was due to the weight. So we can already find out. 'Cause I don't
He's
think it was due to the weight.
he's 100% knockouts, right?
Yeah, 19 19 knockouts.
That's pretty impressive.
Hmm.
That's pretty impressive. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess we're just gonna see. But Boots is in a kind of a shitty predicament, with these guys leaving the weight class and fighting each other, and them being, like you said, a generation basically before him.
Hmm.
So, I think Bud probably
Yeah,
has a couple.
it's just unfortunate for him, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
but he could still do his thing. He could still do his
Hmm.
thing and still entertain. And but he'll go to 54, like certain he'll go to 54, and soon probably.
Right. Yeah, they Boots is definitely headed to 54. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt about that. He's a big
Yeah.
dude. But like I said earlier, make go to 47 and stay there as long as you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
and build up as much of his legacy fights as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you can't do it no more, don't do it no more.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's tall too, so
Right.
he's
He's
probably
5'10". He's same
5'10".
size as Roy Jones.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hmm.
Exactly. Same height. Yep.
Hmm.
But I guess his frame is just smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, Roy started at
Well,
54.
yeah. Roy started at 54. He started at 47. Hmm. But that's what I'm saying, man. You know, people get it misconstrued. They don't understand. You know what I mean? And it's just irresponsible for ESPN to do that, man. Tell the
Yeah.
whole story. Explain why we at where we at.
Yeah.
Consequences of wanting the Errol Spence and getting the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight is that Boots Ennis got pushed to the back burner. Period.
What did
But
ESPN say? Was it just one line, like he's a paper champion or whatever?
yeah, they said, well, we got another email champion in Jerron Boots Ennis, another email champion, Jerron. Like, it's just too big of a platform to do that without
Yeah.
explanation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No.
then
Yeah.
the explanation was breaking down the IBFs always standing on their square and demanding that they stick to the rule book.
Mm.
But you got to break down because you leave the fans not understanding that Terence Crawford is obligated to fight Errol Spence or be sued like Deontay Wilder was going to do to Tyson Fury for the third fight,
Right.
or and Jerron Ennis was going to wait in the wings for something that wasn't going to happen anyway, because he's not going to fight them anyway because they're going to 54, and then Terence Crawford will be 37. He ain't coming back. The chances of him coming back down to 47, if he beats Errol Spence, first of all, you got to look at it from multiple different ways. If Errol Spence wins the rematch, this is going to be a trilogy fight.
Right. Of course.
If Terence Crawford wins, he'd be 37. He's going to move on to look to fight uh, to accomplish other things. So that it's just you're just a generation behind
Yeah.
without the fighters available. So Jerron Boots Ennis is well in his right to say, bro, I'm not gonna get that fight. Give me the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and now start my own legacy with the belt and defend it or unify against these other fighters right here in my division.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
because like I said this, Marco, and tell me what you think about this. No slight to Terence Crawford, but I hope the other sanctioning bodies follow suit. Meaning that I hope the WBA follow suit and say, you know what, we're stepping away. Elevate Stanionis to the He's the regular champion. Elevate him to the
Mhm.
super champion, and now Boots versus Stanionis is a unification bout.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. If you're the WBC, step away and elevate Keith Thurman. Now we get
Yeah.
Keith Thurman versus somebody for a unit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 I
Let's go
like it.
ahead and but I think that this is the thing, Marco, right? They are so afraid to step away because they don't know they want to be attached.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? They want their brand attached to these big fights.
You're talking about the IBF specifically.
The sanction bodies, yeah.
Oh, all of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
all of them in the whole. They don't want to be the odd. If me versus Marco is the biggest fight in boxing, they don't want to be the odd man not attached to that fight.
Right. And I mean, the funny thing is the fighters give these sanctioning bodies their power, because
Exactly.
if the biggest fighters in the world said, "Fuck these belts, I don't care," nobody else will care either. They just want to watch the fighters fight.
Right.
But
They
I
can take
guess
the power away from the belts. Exactly.
they could easily,
Easily.
or they could make the NABF the major belt if they wanted to. It just takes
1000%.
one, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's always been belts in boxing, and it's part of the sport, and people are always going to want to kind of connect the two. So belts they'll always matter, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah.
in a way too, like how else do you measure who the best is without a belt or some kind of a title.
Well, and the belts matter because of history. Like me and yourself, if we was we're historians in the sport. You want to know that feeling that we watch, like you said, Roy Jones, your favorite fighter. You watch him hail those belts in the air. You want to know what it feel like to do that. Not so much of you having the respect and acknowledgement of the belts, but you just want to know what your experience is like to hold a belt in the air.
I'll tell you, man, the dopest belt shit that I ever saw. I don't know why. So simple was Tyson. How he had the two belts connected, draped over his shoulder, and then the one around his waist. That was like,
that was 3-belt undisputed era.
But just the way he wore it, nobody else wore it like that, or people would have other guys holding it for them.
Right, because Mike was able to hold them joints is heavy.
They are. Belts are heavy.
Yeah, them joints is heavy. People don't understand, like, they real gold, man. They heavy, man.
Yeah.
They're not easy to hold. That's why they have other people holding one belt at a time.
I don't think they're real gold though, man. I think they're copper.
Now some of them are real gold.
Which ones?
I think it's the WBC and the WBA might be.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
I was all the ones I've ever seen. I don't think I saw those, but they're like copper or a bronze. They're bronze. That's what they are.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it changed over time, but I know initially the WBC and the WBA, the two first belts was gold. I don't know now. I don't know if it changed now, but
either way, bronze is really heavy. So
bronze is heavy, super heavy. Yeah. So, but yeah, like you're right, man. You could take the power away from them.
Yeah, you could. Just like you could take the power away from promoters and a boxing union. And I've been talking about this for years, but I know it's very difficult for it to happen. But one thing I've learned through all my years doing this, and you know this well, what was surprising to me is the majority of fighters I talk to, including world champions, the majority, not all, but the majority end up either broke or with neurological damage or both. I mean, that's insane.
I tell people all the time, when you go to Vegas and you see these old time fighters at these casinos signing autographs to make money is disgusting.
Yeah, right.
It's the worst thing in the world.
It is, and no health insurance,
nothing,
no 401k, nothing.
Man, I seen Riddick Bowe, KO Boston break news. KO, what's up, KO? What's up, KO? Go subscribe to my brother KO Boston breaking news. What's up, Henry? Man, I saw Maya Egypt Blessings Queen. I saw man, every time I see, and I love Riddick Bowe. Every time I see him in Vegas, I'm like, man, it just makes me sad. You know what I'm saying?
Broke? Is he broke too?
I don't know if he's broke,
but the neurological you're talking about. Yeah.
JD Spades lurking said disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting, bro, because for what they have given to the fans and what they have given to these networks and what they have given to these promoters and managers.
Yeah, I think you mean it in terms of it's disgusting that the promoters and everybody put them in that position that they have to do that now.
Right.
That's
right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm with you.
They shouldn't have to do that to earn a living.
Nope. Nah, I mean, and a lot of people don't know too that a fighter gets barely 25-30% of a purse.
Right.
Barely, when all said and done.
Yeah, when I'm watching Riddick Bowe, right? We in the lobby, we in the hotel lobby, and we in the lounge in the MGM. And every he's sitting and he's chilling up, and man, people pass him, don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is.
No.
Some people, you can't understand what he's saying. It's sad.
Yeah. That's a lot of them. I heard Michael Moore recently in an interview say that he's broke too. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. And say, we say, well, they should invest. Absolutely. You know, they get the money, they should, no doubt about it. But there should be something in place. There should be some sort of safety net.
Yeah.
Every sport has it. NFL has it.
That's because there's there's one sanctioning body or
Mm-hmm.
organization, I guess. I mean, association, NBA,
Right.
national.
Right.
There's one association that has all these rules in play and people follow it. This shit is like Lord of the Flies. Everybody does whatever they want.
Right.
There are no rules. Nobody's held accountable. Like when Rolly Romero was fighting Barroso and the fight gets stopped, which is one of the worst stoppages I've ever seen.
Right.
Nobody's held accountable for that.
Nobody.
No. So like as much as David Stern back in the day was annoying, dropping fines on Allen Iverson for having cornrows or whatever the fuck he was doing, at
Right.
least it's one body and it holds people accountable and it's run somewhat the right way.
Right.
Boxing needs something like that, but it's
1,000%.
but how do you I always say if somebody could come in with like a trust fund, like a $1 billion-trillion trust fund, then it would work. You
Right.
would need a lot of money.
But do you think that we could trade out a dream? What's up, family? Terence, what's good? Do you think that they would allow it?
Well, who's they?
The promoters and the networks.
The
Rick Tim the
network?
third was up.
I don't think the networks, as long as the networks are getting the content, getting the rights to broadcast, they don't care. Promoters, of course, they wouldn't allow it, but it just takes a couple big fighters to go over. Like a league is formed, and it just takes a couple big fighters to go over there. Kind of like I guess with the BLK Prime thing. I don't really know much about that, but that was a similar kind of. That wasn't an organization though in terms of like what
Right.
we're talking about, but it just takes a couple big fighters to go over there and then people follow suit. And then over time, it's like, yeah, come to us. Because why should you come to us? You'll get health insurance, you'll get 401k, you'll get, pension, whatever it is, come to
Mm-hmm.
us. They'll
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Right.
But the weird thing is, not the weird thing, but the small amount of fighters who don't need any of that, who make so much money, like De La Hoya, Canelo, they don't need any of that. This is for the ones like Riddick Bowe. This is for the ones like all the other fighters. There would have to be a certain criteria, like you'd have to have X amount of fights to qualify. They can't give it to anybody who fights pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if there was enough money, I think people would do it.
Yeah, man. I always wondered about that. Crypto Color Light Tech, what's up, family? Rick Tim the third, ATG, what's up, family? Yeah, it's just sad, man. When I see some of these fighters, man, I'll just be like, man, this is unfortunate, man.
I know, man. It's insane. It's and the neurological damage is actually no joke.
Yeah.
It affects a lot of fighters.
It's tough, man. It's tough, man. It's just hard for me to sit there and I'm listening to Riddick Bowe, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough. I mean, James Toney,
James Toney too.
he's very difficult to understand. Hearns, same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Um, and the weird thing too is like James Toney. I don't know if you've met him before, but in person, but like I've met him, and his memory is sharp as a tack. Sharp.
Right.
He remembers
You just
everything. He
can't
just
get the
can't.
words out.
But like my old podcast partner Jeremy Williams, his memory, his short-term memory is shot.
Right.
Like shot.
Right.
Yet when he speaks, you can't. There's no lasting damage. So it affects people differently.
It's like Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard can speak, but his memory is not there.
Is it? His memory's gone?
Yeah, it's suffering.
Is it short term or just total?
Just I guess it's short term. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Sugar Ray. I
Yeah.
never met him.
Mm-hmm.
It's with a lot of. I mean, every matter of fact, almost every fighter I talk to, they say that the memory is not good, and it just gets worse.
Yeah, it's bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
what's your last words, Marco? Let's get on out of here.
I mean, I don't know what were the other two things that you said something about Shakur.
Oh yeah, Shakur said that he was willing to leave Top Rank to make the Tank fight and go to 140 to fight Devin.
He'll leave Top Rank to make the Shakur fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and James Toney's getting ready to fight. Who's he getting ready to fight?
Razor Ruddock.
Razor Ruddock. That's just
That's in Jamaica. Yeah.
that's insane.
Um, Razor Ruddock. I've interviewed him. Have you ever talked to him?
Nah.
I've interviewed him. He's I don't know if it's from punches or if it's that he's kind of a strange dude, but he's
Yeah.
a little off when you talk to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
not, he doesn't slur his words, but just it's something a little off.
that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
man.
terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible. Yeah, but what's your thoughts on that though, Shakur? He said that whatever it takes to make these fights happen.
Isn't that what it should be like? Isn't that what we've been, although didn't he turn down the 75-25?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess it's not whatever it takes. He has certain criteria he must meet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it should be. The way I look at somebody like Shakur, this is how I would have been, how I was, but I never got at that big level, so I wasn't. But I have no problem investing in myself,
Mm-hmm.
meaning I'll take less money up front because I believe in myself and I know that once I win, now I'm going to hold all the cards and call all the shots anyway.
Right.
So it's one fight. I'm not saying take 25% for the, 4 or 5 the rest of your career. It just takes one fight
Mm-hmm.
and you're in the driver's seat, right?
Right. Right. Exactly. Like that's what Floyd did. He let
Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya control the entire narrative. 70-30 split in favor of Oscar. Chose the ring, chose the weight class, the gloves they fought in. But he knew once I'm victorious, it's over.
And then he made everybody pay dearly for that because he did that to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And made
roll
$1 billion off it.
Yeah, yeah, made a lot of money. So that's
$1
how it should
billion.
be.
It's crazy.
Billion. Wow. Yeah,
$1 billion.
that's insane.
That's
That's so
insane
much.
for a boxer.
Uh-huh. He was the highest paid and zero endorsements.
And
All
no
ring.
endorsements.
Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
the Pacquiao fight, he had Burger King. Remember that?
Did he?
Yeah, remember the Burger King man walked him out?
Now that you're saying it, I do.
Mm. And then he had Hublot,
The hell was that?
the watch company.
Oh, Hugo. Okay.
Mm.
Um, okay. I mean, but I remember every
That
time
was for the last couple of fights, though.
well, whenever they would list like the highest paid athletes, it would show like endorsements
Mm.
and whatever ring purse or NBA purse, and his would always be zero endorsements, all from his ring earnings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
Ridiculous.
that's what it should do. What Shakur's doing is what everybody should do, don't you think? Shouldn't they make the fight happen no matter what?
All facts. Facts.
But not everybody does that.
Yep. But let's get on out of here, man.
All right.
Appreciate you, great brother.
Yeah. Good talking to you, and I'll hit you later.
And yeah, and drop the link to your channel in the chat.
Wait, let me do that right now. Do that now. Boom. Please subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Do all
Click
that
that
good
link.
stuff.
Subscribe to my brother Marco Boston TV, man. Go subscribe to my brother Marco Boston. The link is in the chat. Go subscribe to his channel if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe. I appreciate you, great brother.
Yep, you too, man. Talk soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Jay Lynn, blessings, queen. Maya Egypt, blessings, queen. Salute to y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.